It's May and today is a great weight loss power walk. No equipment needed, so let's go. All right, Killer Bees, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving, and that means that we're getting started with some arm circles with high knees. You guys, welcome to the workout. I'm already singing. I'm Paula B. I'm your best middle-aged fitness friend, and around here we are all about making peace with your menopausal body by finding a healthy weight and moving in ways that feel like love. And today's workout? Well, today's workout I already know for me is gonna feel like love because it combines some of my favorite things. We are walking, and of course we're doing also some other low impact cardio exercises, and I have stacked the deck today, you guys. Not only are we doing some of my favorite exercises, but we're doing them in one of my absolute favorite ways. We are working in step stools today, which if this is the first time, well, okay, first of all, if this is the first time that you have worked out with me at all, hi, welcome. I'm Paula B. I talk a lot. It's a thing, don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. But step stools are one of my favorite kinds of workouts because they pack a little bit more punch than you think they're going to. This is one of those ways that we can totally stay moderate, because moderate is absolutely best if we are losing weight at this age or any age. And honestly, moderation just feels lovely all the time. My friends, I know you have heard that you have to go hard or go home, that you have to go big or go home, that you have to have pain or there's no gain, but really around here, it's all about finding something that feels just right. And for me, this one feels just right, because a step stool means that I've got the handy dandy gym boss here set for intervals of 20 seconds. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes. We're gonna start with one exercise and then we're gonna rest. And I know, because I've done this before, that you're gonna be like, oh, I don't know, Paula. But it adds up, because it literally adds up. After that rest, we're gonna do 2 exercises, so 2 intervals in a row. And then we're gonna rest, and then after that rest interval, we're going to do 3 exercises in a row. That long interval starts to get kind of long. And I've got some really fun exercises for us. So we're gonna go ahead and get started because it is such a gentle start. It honestly feels like an extended warm-up. We're just gonna get started with walking. And I love it when I do that, very unconsciously, say just, oh, we're just walking. My friends, walking is one of the best exercises in the entire world. It is incredibly functional fitness to be able to walk. I know that a lot of us really take this for granted, but as we get older, here's 20 seconds of rest. As we get older, all of a sudden, sometimes even walking is going to be difficult for us. So when we practice it like this, in a way that feels like self-love, let's just take that moment, every one of these step stools, to be so happy that we are walking. Now when it beeps, we're walking again right now. But when it beeps again, we're gonna add on a second exercise. We're gonna do reach across. Reach across is exactly what it sounds like. You're literally reaching across your body. While you're reaching across, you're tapping that same foot out to the side, so you're getting a nice lateral motion and really warming up your whole body. That is what we are working on today. Here we go with a reach across, and then after this, we do get to rest. When we are walking, when we are doing a power walk workout like this, we're working on a little bit of a burn. When we burn, I know that makes it sound like such a serious workout. We're burning today. We're burning calories. We're burning fat. We're burning ourselves. Here's 20 seconds of rest. But honestly, what we're really doing is we're just warming our whole body up. And now, for some of us, it is already plenty warm outside. For some of us, it is not. No matter what time of year you are doing this, that bit of warmness, my friends, is what we talk about. Here we go with walking. I was trying to do reach across, but we're not doing reach across. Here's what we're gonna do though. I've got 3 exercises in this work interval. This is the top of our step stool. So we're walking, and then we're doing that reach across again, and then we're doing cheerleader kicks. Cheerleader kicks are where we have our hands going up and down from our shoulders up overhead while we're kicking. The third exercise, by the way, here we go with reach across. The third exercise in each of our step stools today is always going to be the tough one, just so you know, because it's the only one that we don't repeat. And so I did always save a little something extra for that third exercise. So when it beeps again, doing those cheerleader kicks, and this is as tough as this step stool is going to get. So here we go, kicking forward, a little rah, rah, rah. Your elbows are out nice and wide, your core is in, standing up straight straight and tall with your head up, your chest out, really getting some good energy. When it beeps again, we get 20 seconds of rest, and then we get to start another step stool. So this is my favorite thing. I love this kind of workout just because there's such a nice ebb and flow to it. Your heart rate really does come up, but then you get to kind of bring it back down gently, and then it comes up, and then we get to bring it back down. That kind of moderate overall effort, such a great way to get through a good cardio work like this. So we're walking again. So here's the thing that I didn't mention to you, but when in doubt, walk it out is kind of always my motto. All of our step stools today start with walking. That's why this is a power walk workout. You will notice as we move through the step stools that your walking might change. I know mine started off, here's 20 seconds of rest. Mine started off pretty mellow, and I've already kind of got my energy warming up. So when it beeps, we're gonna walk again, and we're gonna pair it with Pretzel Jacks. I call them Pretzel Jacks because it looks like a pretzel stretch where you've got one foot up towards your opposite knee, your thigh, whatever it is. So here we go with our walking interval. To me, because there's a stretch that I do for my piriformis, which is one of the little muscles deep in your butt. It's a stretch that I do all the time, and I always called it the pretzel stretch. It also kind of looks like the number 4 on one side and not the number 4 on the other side. So here we go. Your hands are doing jumping jacks. Your legs are doing some kind of pretzel / number 4 sort of a thing. Tree pose if you do yoga. There's all kinds of ways you can think about this exercise. I happen to love calling them Pretzel Jacks personally when it beeps again. We're getting 20 seconds of rest. Okay, I almost started walking again. The other reason why I love a step stool workout is because it's a workout for my brain as well as my body. I really have to think, what am I doing now? Am I walking? Am I resting? Well, coming up next, we're walking. So when it beeps again, we're doing the walk, plus the Pretzel Jacks, plus the disco dancers. So here we go with walking. Disco dancers, honestly, it's just a silly name that I have because I get my little disco pointer fingers and I kind of remind myself of John Travolta on Saturday Night Fever, reaching across on one side, not even across your body, reaching out to one side while that opposite foot taps out on the other. In the meantime, though, here we go with Pretzel Jacks. Hands are doing jumping jacks. Legs are doing some sort of pretzeling, number 4ing, treeing thing. It doesn't matter how high you get your foot, by the way. It never matters at all. It's always much more about just moving your body, standing up nice and tall, finding your core, enjoying yourself. So disco dancers, some of these transitions are easier than others. Never worry about it. I know these are quick intervals, but no matter what you are doing today, this power walk is perfect for you. A nice moderate power walk, which I know sounds like an oxymoron, but a nice moderate power walk. 20 seconds of rest. And then we're moving on to our next step stool, which of course is going to start with walking again. So anytime you don't know what I'm doing, just walk or rest and you'll be totally fine. But a moderate power walking workout is one of the nicest ways to simply get your body moving. This is the real thing that I think some of us don't realize when we first start exercising. We really think that there's some right way that we have to be exercising. Like there's some really specific formula of these 3 exercises, here's 20 seconds of rest, that if we could only get the combination correct, that then everything would totally be okay. I actually remember thinking that when I first became a certified personal trainer. By the way, what we're doing this time is we're walking again when it beeps again, and we're adding on butter churns. Butter churns, one of my favorite exercises. I'm literally gonna say that about everything today. We're pushing up and down on a plunger with our hands by having our hands go up and down directly in front of our body from our chin to our hips. And while we are pushing down, one foot is kicking out to the side. This is my little Wile E. Coyote thing. We're pushing down on the dynamite plunger and kicking out to the side. Or we're so excited about churning butter that one foot just kicks out to the side. Having never churned butter, I have no idea if I would be excited about it. I suspect that I would enjoy it for about 20 seconds. and then I would want some rest when it beeps. Of course we're getting 20 seconds of rest. Okay. Okay, I'm cracking myself up today. When it beeps again, we're walking. we're doing the butter turns, and then we're doing the kick jacks. And I feel like I was in the middle of telling you something about burning, metabolism, something, I don't know, I never know. You guys, oh, that's what I was telling you. I was about to tell you how I don't have to be perfect for us to still be having a good time. And that's exactly what I was telling you when I very first became a certified personal trainer. I remember going through the certification process, like reading through the book, watching all the materials. Here we go with butter turns. When it beeps again, we're adding on kick jacks. So it's just what it sounds like. We're going to do jumping jacks with our hands while we're kicking, except we're not kicking out to the side this time. We're kicking forward this time, or out to the side if that works for you. Honestly, always do what works best. Like, if you can't get your body to do what I'm doing, get your body to do whatever you're doing. And this is really the point of what I'm saying. I remember going through the certification process. I was reading all the books. I was doing all the materials. I was watching the videos, taking all the tests and everything. And I kept waiting for there to be some answer, some kind of, here's 20 seconds of rest, and then we're going to start on another step stool with walking, of course. Some kind of magic formula where they're going to tell me, oh, so everybody in the world will get results if they do these 1, 2, and 3 things. And it wasn't there. like the certifying process was basically like, here's how we exercise, here's all the ways that we can exercise, here's walking. Here's what this kind of exercise will do. Here's how you would program somebody who wants like this kind of a result. Here's how you would program somebody who wants that kind of result. Like, here's nutrition, here's this kind of stuff. Like there was a lot of information, and they never told me how to put it together. Here's 20 seconds of rest. Like, in a way that would always be right. I kept waiting for there to be a rightness to it. And the fact is, if you are not getting injured, you're doing it right. Like 100%, you're doing it right. There is nothing. Here we come back to walking again. This time when it beeps, we're adding on day breaks. Day breaks, another fun little like reminiscent thing, nostalgia thing. We're gonna have our hands just waving gently up overhead as though we are swinging along. Do Barry Manilow singing Daybreak, which is one of my favorite songs from the 1970s because it has such great memories for me. So here we go. We're just tapping from side to side. Hands are swaying up overhead, and when it beeps again, we're gonna get 20 seconds of rest. But my friends, if you are not getting injured, you're doing it right. And I know that you still think that there's some magic formula for getting the exact results that you want. Like, okay, I get that I'm doing it right if I'm not injured, but if I do this workout and then this workout and then this workout, can I have arms that look great? Or can I get a slim belly? Or can I do this kind of a something or not? My friends, the way you get any results is working out over time. And when you work out over time, here we go with our walking. When you work out over time, your body will do what bodies do. It will lose fat from some areas. It will tone up in some areas. It's going to kind of shake itself down in a way that, yes, you have some control over. But you also, here we go with day breaks, and then when it beeps again, we're doing something I call overhead to high knees, because you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have our hands overhead, and then we're gonna bring one down to one high knee at a time. When in doubt, I either like to call something a very silly name, or I like to call it exactly what we are doing. And yes, I know that this interval, overhead to high knees, has a lot of overhead. So my friends, help yourself to whatever feels best. Overhead to high knees is just your hands going up and down, up overhead, one knee at a time, a little bit of balance work, a lot of core strength here, thinking about pulling in your core while we're moving quickly. When it beeps again, we're gonna get 20 seconds of rest because that's what we do. When it beeps again, that was oh my gosh, that was already our 4th step stool. You guys, we only have 6 of them today. Doing really good with counting. When it beeps again. Gonna start step stool number 5 of 6 with walking, of course, because we're getting that power walk on. And you know, that actually reminds me of a conversation that I wanted to have with you today about power walking, how we're getting our steps in, and how lots of us think that simply getting steps in is going to lead us to the results that we want. And here's what I would like you to consider. Here's 20 seconds of rest. When it beeps again, we're walking again, of course, and we're adding one of my favorite exercises. We're doing airplane arm side taps. So our hand's gonna be out to the side and we're gonna tap from side to side while making airplane noises, because that is a really critical part of that exercise. Here we go with the walking. It's not, but I can't help myself except by doing the airplane noises because it cracks me up. This is how you know that you are doing your workout right. If you are laughing and having a good time, then you are getting the results that you want out of a workout. Because what results do you really want out of a workout? Here we go. And please, please, my friends, do not ever be in an airplane that is flying like this unless you have some really special certifications, because this would freak me out when it beeps again. Oh, we're getting 20 seconds of rest. Still kind of doing this tapping with my feet at this point. I'm just kind of swaying side to side for everything that we do. When it beeps again, okay, it's the whole step stool. We're walking, we're doing the airplane arms, and we're adding rainbow jacks. Again, a little bit more overhead. We're really thinking about short intervals of kind of challenging exercises done at a pace and an intensity, a speed, and in a way that feels moderate for you. There's nothing good that comes from doing too much at any one time, because all the good that you get from your workout, the way to do it right, here we go with those airplane arm side tappers. The way to do your workout right is to keep working out. My friends, have you ever thought about how long you're going to be exercising? Like, not today. Today, I can already tell you, 20 to 25 minutes. That's how this works. When it beeps again, we're putting our hands up overhead like a rainbow, going from side to side, bringing up the same knee on that same side. Yeah. Third exercise in the interval is always the toughest one in the step stool. So when it beeps again, we're going to get 20 seconds of rest, and we're going to move on to our final step stool of the day. But I mean like, how much more in your life? Here's 20 seconds of rest. Are you planning on exercising? For me, personally, I plan on exercising my whole life. As much as I can, I would love to exercise every day for the rest of my life. That's a lot of results to get. That's a lot of pressure on yourself to be, here we come back to walking. It's a lot of pressure to be trying to get something out of every single workout. What I want to get out of every single workout is a little bit more fun to move me along to tomorrow's little bit more fun. If you are looking for really, 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 really specific results, I will tell you that the best place to look for it, here's 20 seconds of rest. The best place to look for results is over time. Over time, you will get the results you are looking for if you continue moving in that direction. When it beeps again, of course, we're walking, because that's what we do. And we're adding on low swinging tappers, which is almost exactly what I'm doing right now. Our feet are just tapping from side to side. Here's walking. But our hands are swinging from side to side low. And when I say low, what I actually just mean is that it's not going over your head like the day breaks would over our head. Low swinging means that our shoulders stay down, but you can actually get your hands pretty high while they're swinging low. I know, that made a lot of sense, but here we go into those low swinging tappers. When it beeps again, we're getting 20 seconds of rest. And my friends, I do encourage you really to think about what results you want, and to think about what you would need to do to get the results that you want. I think, personally, here's 20 seconds of rest, I think that the best way to get results is to be patient with yourself. To be patient with yourself, have fun with it, and enjoy whatever results you are getting from the workouts that you are doing and having fun with. When it beeps again, we're gonna walk, of course. We're gonna do those low swinging tappers, of course. And then, then we're gonna do something that I really have to think about. It's step back arm flappers. Okay, which means that we're gonna have our hands out to the side, and we're gonna be flapping our arms like forward and back when they're at shoulder height. But here we go with those low swinging tappers first. So flapping our arms forward and back when they are at shoulder height while we step back 1 foot at a time. It's kind of a lot of coordination for me, and that's why it is the very last thing that we are doing and the very last step stool that we are doing. So we're stepping back and flapping back, stepping back and flapping back. And my friends, when we are done with this exercise, we are done, but we are not quite finished. There is no rest for the wicked. When it beeps again, we're going directly into our finisher. It's a balanced finisher. We're going to have our heart rate kind of high, so we're just going to be nice and careful with it. It's a front kick, back kick. I'm standing on my left foot first. We're front kicking, and then we're back kicking. We're only going to do one interval on each side. This is it. Go ahead and bring that work all the way up into your abs, unclench your toes, thinking about standing up straight and tall. When your core is pulled in, your balance is better, not great always, but better. Here we go on the other side, front kick, front kick, and back kick. Doing such a good job. The next time it beeps, my friends, is the last time it's gonna beep today. Whew, doggies, and that's the result I was really looking for, right? And that was it. Let's go ahead and cool this down. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Let's cool this down with some arm circles. Feels so good to get through a workout like this, where we have gotten the exact result that we wanted. We had a good time. We got just a little sweaty. We worked moderately, especially if the result that you are looking for is weight loss. My friends, the harder you work, the harder it is to lose weight. So this was perfect if it felt like just a little something. Let's go ahead and open it up nice and wide. And then close it up. Give yourself a big hug and a pat on your back because you did a great job today. I do have an extended warm up. No, I've got an extended cool down here for you. It's a little bit more walking and stretching. A really nice way to finish off a really nice workout. And if you need a little bit of a reminder about everything you need to do to know in order to lose weight at 50 and beyond, I've got that video for you on the other side of the screen. Thank you so much for working out with me today. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow.